Hey, it's Laura here. I hope you enjoyed that article. And I got to tell you, it was so hard to write because my journey with grief has really been present for most of my life. I still, to this day, I can relive New Year's Day so clearly. I remember that flat, calm ocean. I can taste the salt water. I remember I can just feel myself sitting at breakfast next to Jenny and Mark joking and acting like a 5-year-old, and Jenny and I just kind of laughing and having fun. I remember the moment my ear, the sharp shooting pain lit through my body. And I just remember in this moment, there was this voice that said, "Don't go." I remember hugging Jenny. I can feel she was a light hugger. It was just I can feel it. I remember what they were wearing. I can see them drive out the channel. I remember the moment that we heard that they hadn't surfaced. I remember every single thing that happened from when we knew that we were doing a search and rescue dive, getting the gear on the boat, driving out there, getting in the water, knowing I was spending New Year's Day 2003 searching for my best friends. I remember that dive. I remember coming out of the water, tears streaming down my face. I remember that shooting star just floating across the horizon as I knew they were gone. For the longest time, I fought my grief. And every New Year's Day was just this reminder of that shattering. And then that day on the beach changed it. I still don't love New Year's Day, let's be honest. But now, grief to me it's a beautiful energy that connects me to a deeper love. Yes, there's this layer of sadness that I go through when I feel that grief. And if I can feel it, if I can be with it, if I can dance with it, underneath that sadness is this deep love and deep joy and deep connection to something so much bigger. I still feel Jenny and Mark in my life. I still feel my grandfather in my life. I still feel all the people that I've loved and lost. They are still a part of my life because I allow myself to dance with grief. And so wherever you are in your journey, my invitation is, maybe we'll play with this for a second. My invitation is to dance with your grief. Some days, it's going to be sad. Some days, if you can just be in that sadness, you drop into something so loving and so joyful. So we'll play with them for a minute. Encourage you to maybe notice where in your body you feel grief. Where does that energy show up for you? For me, it's often this it's in my chest, it's in my throat, and I feel it behind my eyes. But notice the energy of grief in your body. And if you were to describe that energy, maybe give it a word, a color, a texture sometimes, and just start to notice it. And maybe start to feel if that energy wants to move. And oh man, I just felt mine drop down into my belly. So just feel if that energy wants to move. Feel if that energy wants to say something. And what might it be like to, instead of resist or confine or force that energy into some ideal of what it's supposed to be, what if you simply dance with it? Let it move you. Are there images that show up? Are there memories that come forth? Can you feel, as you dance and as you move with it, can you feel that connection to source, that connection to the people you've lost, that connection to the opportunities that maybe went away and that didn't show up the way that you thought? But can you feel that connection to a force, energy, a God, a universe, a spirit greater than yourself? You know, we're all human beings, and I think grief is something that unites all of us. My encouragement, my hope, my wish for you is, when you notice the energy of grief, dance with it. Because I have a feeling it's actually guiding you to love, connection, and yes, in a really messed up way, joy. Thanks for being here. This is Body Mind Living with Laura Wieck. Thanks for watching.